up and then I'll keep talking. Shit, I'm nervous. Do you have one?
Not yet, but I'm planning it, and I'm working with a friend who's an chip implanter. I'm just talking to her now about what to do, what I'm going to choose to have, what data hold on it. Yes. So.
What would be the first thing that you would put on it?
I'd like to get over this constant keying in codes, just quickly being able to open phones, laptops, etc. But I'd also like to get rid of quite a lot of things I carry in my bag. I'd very much like biosignal feedback in different ways, and I don't have a medical need, but many people do have that. So I think there's a very useful potential for people who, like you mentioned, diabetes, even sun exposure. You've had too much sun, vibrations on that. So, and maybe there's something more creative to do too. There are people using chips to make music in the air. There are people using chips to feel earthquakes around the world, to feel weather coming. There's very creative, wonderful, individual, idiosyncratic choices as well.
I'm excited to see this. Let's take a pause really quick and see what's going on here. It's waiting. Okay. So I guess we're cleaning the surface. The surface is in hand. How excited are you on a level 0 to 10? 90%. 90%? 90%. That's it, that's all you needed. It was just a quick check. Okay, so how far away do you think we are from everything that you're saying, all this cool stuff?
As I mentioned, I do think for younger generations this is definitely a way forward. There's been a lot of testing of implants, both for the medical side but also for information-based and data implants. Right. Many different materials can be used: gold, silver, platinum, uranium, and in different parts of the body. This has been happening for quite a while now, and we have some quite strong pioneers who experimented with it from the 80s onwards.
Okay.
So yeah, I think we're ready to move.
So Edgar is going to be putting some digital bling onto himself right now. Yes. Oh, that's a great idea. Does anybody have any questions about what's happening right now? On a very simple level while we're waiting for this to happen.
Well, my question is really what is the functionality of this chip, and also for how long is he going to have it there?
So for how long he's going to have it in there is however long he decides to have it, but what's good about it is that it's simple to take out. It's just one little prick and he can take it out. So it can be in there for, I think it's like 5 or something more years. It depends on the type of manufacturer, but they all have a coating that's biocompatible. Again, as I said, the functionality of this specific chip is not the most complex in the entire world. It's just a normal NFC chip from like a credit card, say. So actually this is, I just keep walking over here to see what's happening. Okay, so I'm going to be like David Attenborough as I kind of dictate or narrate what's going on. The area has been marked with what seems to be a marker. Super, technical level. Let's talk about something while this is happening, because I'm getting super excited about this. Oh, should we do another question? Sorry. Yeah, why not? Let's go for it, and then we'll keep talking.
At your understanding, what data are you going to put on it?
I'm sorry?
What's the data that this gentleman's going to put on the chip?
This gentleman, as he will explain to you later on, will be putting the opening credentials for his house on it. In a bit, he'll be able to put payment information on it, and he'll even be able to put some type of Bitcoin wallet and some other cool stuff like this. And if one day he gets a car that has one of these keyless entry fobs, maybe he can put that on there as well. Okay, this seems like it's going to happen right now. Okay. Moment of silence, everyone, for Edgar. Okay, so can you see it?
No.
Find that angle. Yeah. So, yeah. It's magnified. Okay. Oh my God. Oh my God. Woo! Keep it going for Edgar. You really held up like a champ. Okay, so a bit of technical specs, and then we'll pan back to Edgar to see how he's doing. But the size of the needle that was used was about 2 times the size of the needle that's used to take blood out. So about that. The chip is the size of maybe a grain of sand or 2, and it's covered in a material that's biocompatible, so our body doesn't degrade it over time, and it doesn't create any harmful interactions. There it is! Woo! All right. Can I get this mic over here? That was amazing. Thank you so much. Did you see that? Edgar? Yeah? Why did you do this? Now that it's done and you can't go back, why did you do this?
I did it basically for two main things. First, because it's for me very useful because I have a domotic house. I can open the door at the same time that this is the key of my house. It will be the key of my house. And secondly, because I can withdraw it very easily, simply making a little cat and pressing it to bring out some.
Woo! Thank you for doing this for us. So, now, this is the interesting part of the day. We're going to do, you know like in these cooking shows where they're cooking something and they're preparing everything and then it magically goes into the oven and literally 20 seconds after it comes all baked and perfect? This is what's happening right now. We're going to do a quick switcheroo and I'm going to tell you why. It's because when you put the chip into somebody's hand, the tissue around it becomes inflamed for about 48 to 72 hours or something like this, so it can't be programmed on the spot. However, we already prepared this for you like a cooking show, so we already injected it in somebody, and we already programmed it with the necessary payment information. Pao, can you please come up onto the stage? Thank you very much. Woo! Right now, this is what's going to happen. We've programmed the chip that's inside Pao's hand to have all his necessary payment information. In this case, his Bank Sabadell account. Bank Sabadell has created a point of sale kind of system just because simply we don't have the normal point of sale thing that they have outside, so it's a virtual point of sale system. And what's going to happen is that Edgar is needing money from Pao, so he's going to say, hey man, you owe me 15 euros, so he's going to put his phone next to Pao's hand, and he's going to take that money, direct deposit into his bank account. So, this is the app right now. We're going to do it a couple times just so you can see it. Done. Just so you think that it's not something weird happening. Wow, do you think that we can see the light, the LED? So this is the extra special part of all of this, is that there is an LED light inside of this chip. And it doesn't have a battery or anything like this. The energy feeds off of the actual frequencies that are being sent from the cell phone. Can you see the light? Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Cool. So that light is underneath his skin right now. Wow. Okay, so an applause for everyone. Can we see the transaction being made? Okay, so if we zoom in, there we can see the transaction being authorized from Pao's wallet, which was on his hand, to Edgar's account. And this is not a Bitcoin wallet, this is actual money being transferred through Bank Sabadell account right now. To talk about this, can we please get Ana Futuriol on stage? Thank you. Ana is What do you think of this? What's the future?
We have been seeing now is what the future of payments could be. Now in payments we are seeing a trend which is the integration of the credit card in elements different from the card. Through tokenization, we can convert the credit card number into a token and we can record or associate this token to any element, to a mobile wallet, to an implanted chip, to facial recognition, license plate, or whatever.
Thank you so much, Anna, and thank you for all of this.
Well, what else do you need to wake you up, to snap you out of your complacency? What else do you need to see and hear, to come to the realization that time is running out, that Jesus Christ is coming back soon? But before he comes back, Lucifer comes to this world. Oh, yeah. Lucifer comes to this world first before Jesus Christ comes back. He has a brief reign of power on this planet. He's going to make war against the saints, against the holy church of God. He will prevail for a season, and he will subdue the entire planet for a brief season. There is coming a world system that will force every single person on this planet to submit to this new payment system or face death. There'll be no way to participate in the world. You just witnessed an implantation of a human being, and it was done at the GSMA Global Conference of the Mobile Phone Industry. And the reason that they're doing it here is because they are telling us that they will play a major role in implementing this mark of the beast system that is coming upon the world. I've been telling you for several years that the mobile phone industry is creating the neurological network of the global brain. And now we just saw a demonstration of how this is going to work. We just witnessed an implantation of a microchip, and then the second thing was the transfer of a payment from a person who has a microchip, and with right in front of us in real time, guys, we saw cash transfer from a microchip in one man's hand into the bank account, which was there on the phone, of another person. Amazing.
Yes, the bank chief, she was there to witness this. Very happy, too. She was very, very happy about this will be the common transaction, right? And then, for me, I cannot believe I saw what was prophesied 2,000 years ago. This is, how could I imagine a system where if you didn't take a mark, you would get your head chopped off? It says that, literally. And we just witnessed that is the system. That's how it's going to happen.
I know. Go ahead, Paul.
So that none will buy and sell. I mean, the first demonstration of what you can do with this technology is a transaction. I'm just sitting there thinking, can it get any more obvious? Is there any way you can deny this? If you believe that the Word of God is inerrant, can you deny that this technology is exactly what John was talking about in Revelation?
The first transaction that we witnessed was the transfer of cash,
yes.
The payment system. Guys, think about this. I can't get over this. What we witnessed, what our human eyes saw in real time, is what John saw on the island of Patmos 2,000 years ago in his spirit. His spirit eye saw what we saw with our physical eyes just an hour ago.
And who did this? Who were the players behind it?
The mobile phone industry, right, and the banks, and the World Economic Forum.
Right, but you found out who were the players right now. They are anti-Christ, anti-God, have a church that's about, what was the name of the church?
Well, Sunday Assembly. That was the guy that was kind of like the MC.
Right.
He was the one that was
the joking guy.
Yeah, he was jacked up. Yeah. He was so jacked up on excitement about what he was witnessing because he knows. I mean, look, did you? The woman that came out on stage to do the implantation, if she didn't look like an imp, I don't know. She was covered in tattoos.
Scars.
She had scars. It was so creepy.
The whole vibe.
The whole
was
thing
so
was
weird.
creepy.
Both of them.
Yes, and what was the other guy from the Davos?
Oh, Alex Rodriguez, the teller, I think so.
So he was so eager, and you see, he was eager to see blood.
He said it. We didn't show the entire video because he talked
a lot of cursing.
Yeah, he talked maybe 10, 15 minutes before the implantation. He must have said 5 or 6 times, "I want to see blood."
Oh, we're going to show the blood.
He kept saying, "We're going to show some blood." And they were bloodthirsty.
There's no doubt about it. This is just plain
demonic.
It was.
This is demonic.
You could feel it. You could feel it in the room, and they were trying to hype it up too. You could just see this. They were trying to get everyone excited, and everyone was cheering. It was.
They asked the audience, "How many of you will accept the chip?"
Right.
25% were eager to do it right then. They probably would have stood in line and did it there.
So before I even knew about this church thing or this evangelist guy, we were talking about how it seems like they're creating their own religion, and as they're putting this chip in, I'm just thinking, is this like the this awkward communion thing that they're going to be doing, where to become a part of the church you have to receive the chip? I mean, it's just getting very bizarre.
And there has to be blood.
And there has to be blood.
There's blood.
Right? There was blood drip. There was blood. He wanted the blood came. And if it was done by maybe a tech firm or there was some kind of science behind it, you would, I don't know, it would seem not as weird. It was an altar call right now for demonic, because a demonic little lady came and stuck in the blood, and then you had the older lady who was talking very witchy, if I can say that word, very just strange, her cadence, how she delivered her message.
The woman sitting on the
couch. Yes.
She was the one that's promoting the internet bodies.
So strange. And these are the people who are behind it, the ones that had to buy a church and desecrate God. These are the players behind that technology.
Paul, 2 or 3 years ago, you and I were here in our first time, and we heard about the global brain. This blows away what we heard 2 or 3 years ago.
It was so sobering. I was becoming very emotional as I was watching this guy have this procedure done, and I was actually just thinking, this is someone's son. Like this, what am I witnessing right now? Is this the moment? And
I was praying for his soul.
I wrote down, it used to be death that was the deciding factor. It's almost like you can choose halfway through your life your destination of your soul. And I'm watching this firsthand, and I'm just thinking, oh my Lord, I want parents that are watching this video, grandparents, to begin to cry out to the Lord for the souls of their grandchildren, because what reality are they going to be facing where this is cool, this is something that is hip, and to be a part of, whatever is cool in their day, it's going to be a part of this chip.
That, and in the Bible, this is going to be mandatory. This is volunteer right now, but it will be mandatory when this gets implemented.
And it doesn't need to be a law that makes it mandatory.
No.
It simply needs to be that you can't operate in the world.
Okay.
I mean, we were talking today about you can't even open a door. Think about it. People say, "Well, I'm not going to take the chip." You won't even be able to open a door.
That's what he got it for. He got it for to open his door in his house, and then the other guy showed it's for banking. It's going to be for everything. It will be the world. It was 4 years from now was the acronym they used. That's the building was 4 years from now.
It'll be your identity. You won't. Will kids even have the choice? Will babies have the choice? They don't have the choice for vaccines in some states. Right. So will they get chipped at birth?
I think it's going to be if they want to open doors.
Yeah, and that's what the big banners are on the building behind us. The numeral number 4, and then
YFN, 4 years from now.
Yes, 4 years from now. And that's what they're trying to tell you. 4 years from now. That's what's going on in this building. And I believe that what they're saying is they're going to introduce it. It's not going to be mandatory 4 years from now. They're going to introduce it.
It'll be common.
Did you, and I've heard this before in the past year or two, chipping parties across Europe.
Yeah, the guy said, or the woman said, there's lots of chipping parties. Like it's something to be real fun to go to.
See, young people are getting together all across Europe and having chipping parties.
My gosh. And we get comments all the time. Why you waste money going to these trips? Why you do? Well, because we see this firsthand. This is actually
Yes.
now happening.
I want to thank all of our partners. I want to thank all of our partners. I'm not going to, I get frustrated with the critics and the gripers and complainers that just watch through news and just nitpick and gripe and complain. I want to thank the